These two guys have Minnesota sports flowing in their veins. Mackey and Judd on Score North and ScoreNorth.com.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
Welcome into the OG edition of Write That Down, where we are stupid enough to put statistics next to our predictions every single week here. So you can see that even though we are highly regarded professionals, we're wrong a lot.
A lot. This year I've been terrible on this one in particular. I'm in a terrible slump.
Was the dog?
Yeah, we're all below 300.
Well, it's been like a 2-year slump for me. I think I won the batting title like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Whatever it is, I've been awful. I've been threatened by the bosses a couple of times.
In a tailspin.
To turn it around. I might be traded.
Yeah, I heard MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is planning on dropping you if you can't get above 300 on the OG. Write that down here.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you
over
about
to
that
Declan
right now.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now about that. Write this down. MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air. They're the tops. They are, as the kids used to say, the bee's knees. And if you're thinking about going ductless, call them. They are Mitsubishi Elite Diamond Contractor for ductless. If you have an older home with no ductwork, that's very possible. That's also no problem. They specialize in smart and efficient ductless installs. These systems aren't cheap, so they're going to work with you to make sure the best decision is made for your home and your budget, because that's just how they do things. Quiet, efficient, comfort where you need it. MSP serving the Twin Cities area for more than, get this, 100 years. 651-615-4292. Call MSP.com. Call MSP.com. That's their website. You can write that down, and you can write down that you're going to be satisfied.
Let's go.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Let's go. All right, so here is how this works on Write That Down. For about a decade now, we've been making 3 predictions every single week, us and also a guest listener predictor. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And listeners, if you want to be like Pete and participate and throw out your predictions, you can send Declan a message through the Score North app. So we have a pretty juicy accountability session here today.
Oh, yeah.
With like baseball trade deadline, Twins trade deadline going by last Thursday. So here we go. We'll start with Judd.
Holy moly.
A mix here. You had 8 things come off the board. We'll start with the bad. You said Jax or Duran will be a Dodger by the deadline.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, Duran. I think it was the fact that the Dodgers prospects, their top guys, are all so young, because he would have made perfect sense there. I mean, heck, he would have made perfect sense for about 3 teams.
Yeah. And so now that the Twins traded those two, they've moved into the next step of building a championship caliber team for the Minnesota Twins.
This next one's a tough one.
You said Byron Buxton would play in more than 140 games, and mathematically that is now impossible. He's missed 28 games so far this year.
Yeah.
What's the deal there? Is he close? Do we know?
Yeah.
He's been off the 10 days, I think.
He was working out at Comerica on the field yesterday.
Okay.
I think he's close.
They said what, Dex? He's eligible to come off the IL today, but he's not going to, they said.
Yeah. So. And Austin Martin in center field ain't going to cut it. I don't know if you guys saw the 2 gaffes yesterday, but there was 2 just...
We knew
I
that.
have no idea what was happening in center field.
He's not good out there.
Yeah.
No.
Rocco Baldelli would be fired by August 1st.
They fired his team.
They did. They chose to fire the team instead of the manager. And then you said Carlos Correa would win Twins MVP in 2025.
I said it a while ago. Okay.
But then the good, you said Willie Castro would be traded by the deadline. The Twins would trade at least one of these 3 players, Bader, France, or Duran. They're all gone. Nice job. Louis Varland will not start a game with the Twins in 2025. That's one way to assure the point. Just get rid of his ass before they have a chance.
By the way, just to be clear, this is not what I meant.
This is how
I just meant he'd be in the bullpen.
Backdoor an early victory here.
Yep.
And then this is a home run. You said Carlos Correa would either be traded or a credible report that he wants to be traded.
Yeah.
And because no trade clause, there was really nothing concrete until right before the deadline.
All right.
So nice little week.
I'll take it. I'll take that week.
I only had two things come off the board. I said Aaron Sabato would be called up before the end of the day on August 1st. Kind of weird that he wasn't, and he's just hitting bombs still at St. Paul. So, And then I said somebody who hasn't hit a home run this season with the Twins will hit a home run with the Twins in August. Thank you, Luke Keaschall.
Welcome back.
Just comes up absolutely.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a stud, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Just ropes one over the fence and left. Listeners, we'll start with the bad here. Caleb said from May 14th until the end of the season, Correa, Buxton, and Royce would play together for at least 75% of the remaining regular season games. Riley said a couple of years ago, actually, that the Twins would trade for Mike Trout, and we put a 2025 deadline on that, like end of the 2025 season. So there's really no way to trade for him now. And then Mike said, and this is a home run, the Twins will trade away a 2025 All-Star before the deadline. Well, there were two options. And a bunch of teams called on one of them, and he exercised his no-trade clause. They traded the other one.
Wait a minute. We'll trade away at Duran. I was thinking Correa. I don't know.
Or
know
Joe
why
Ryan. But he did.
Duran. Duran did not make the All-Star game.
Oh, my bad.
That's where I'm like, hold
Sorry.
on here. Something's weird. Buxton and Joe Ryan made the
Duran was an
All-Star game.
All-Star.
No.
It was just Buck and Ryan.
Yeah.
It was just Buck and Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Duran was not an All-Star. So
Hold on.
upon
Official
review,
scorekeeper is failing here.
upon review, that ball was foul and actually caught. I guess because it's an out.
Hold on, I got to go back into the Twins will
You
trade.
went John Sterling.
Where is this?
That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is
That ball
gone.
is a pop up behind
That
the
ball is gone.
shortstop.
How
Wait, it's an infield fly roll. Sorry.
How about was it not the Athletics? Was it the Athletics? Some broadcast totally butchered and that ball is
Carey.
foul. And then it was that ball was smoked into the gap for a home run.
The young Carey.
It's like, buddy.
It wasn't.
on.
It wasn't Chip.
Chip is the Cardinals. Chip is the grandson, right? It
Yeah,
was the
was it
great
him?
grandson who works for the Sacramento team.
Oh, there's another
His son.
generation of carries now.
Yes, his son.
That's doing play-by-play.
I think both his sons went into play-by-play, and one is definitely with the A's, and he got it wrong.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not casting stones about that.
it was fisted to right when I saw the replay.
Oh, that's right.
Fisted to left.
Oh, that's
What was the
right.
call on?
Oh God, I forgot about
What
that.
was it? Was it a Twins Yankees playoff game? And Chip Carey. It was a huge play. It was like a game winner or a game tire. And
Was it the
Chip Carey was
163
like,
call?
Yeah, against Detroit.
yes.
Base hit
CBS.
out there. I think
Base
it was
hit out there, like just-
what?
Yeah. Okay, that's a tough.
What?
But
Oh,
okay,
man.
yeah, that's a tough.
All
Job.
right, so sorry, Mike. I gave you a home run, and actually, you're just wrong because I'm an idiot.
It's an out.
All right, Declan had.
Oh my
right.
God.
Let's do it.
10 things come off the board.
This is a horrible bad beat, this top one.
You said that it is
Terrible bad beat.
because I think. All right, I'll read it and then I'll say what I think you meant and how
Yes.
the beat is bad.
Yes.
So you said the Twins would acquire an established MLB player by the trade deadline, and we always have to quantify like what do you mean by established? And you said let's go 3 years of service time. Well, they acquired a 3-year starting pitcher from the Rays. What's his name again?
Todd Bradley.
Taj Bradley.
Yeah,
Yep.
But you said 3 years of service time, and he came into the year with like 1 year and 150 days or something, or 120 days of service time. So he is not quite to 3 years of service time. He's at like 2.5 years of service time because he hasn't played like the full seasons. He's been in the minor leagues for parts.
James Outman has also played in like parts of 4 seasons with
Yeah.
the Dodgers.
But his service time is a year and a half or something.
Because he was great he was really solid his rookie season, and then he subsequently sucked, and they kept sending him down.
Yeah. So it's a bad beat. It's a bad
it's
beat.
a
the
horrible
game.
beat.
This
That's the game.
might also be equally as bad of a beat.
Yeah, it's
You
also
said
stinks.
Gabriel Gonzalez would be playing with the St. Paul Saints at some point in July. His debut was August 1st.
Yep.
But that makes some sense. That's kind of that's on you in some ways, because July 31st is where you trade players away
Right.
and you promote players and whatnot.
A little bit. These are hard exit velocity outs. These are launch angles
Thanks,
good.
Rocco.
The XBA, the expected batting average is good. We
Yeah.
are just hitting some atom balls right now.
We're playing good. We're playing good. Write that down.
Sometimes when you square up baseballs and they hit someone, you can be okay with that. That's how that works.
Thanks, Rocco. Appreciate all that.
You said Willie Castro would be traded to the Astros, Yankees, or Dodgers. Twins and Yankees would be trade partners at some point before the deadline. Twins will acquire a pitcher between now and the deadline who has pitched in the postseason. Our guy, Taj Bradley, has not. At some point from June 1st until the end of the season, Keaschall, Rodriguez, Buxton, Correa, and Rice Lewis would all be in the Twins starting lineup.
Forgot about that one.
And then the good, you said the Twins would trade at least 3 of these 5, I think, expirings. I think these are all expirings. But they traded all of them. Bader, Coulomb, Duran, France, and Castro. They're all gone. Yeah. I think what I was thinking is, would it be a home run? But they're all expirings.
No.
So,
No.
Duran's
and you
not.
made that prediction
He's,
when they were.
He's not expiring.
You're right. Duran was not.
Yeah.
But,
The
France,
rest of them
Castro,
are.
Bader. Yeah.
Yep.
Multiple non-rental free agents will be traded by the Twins at the deadline. Ty France will not be on the Twins' 26-man roster September 1st. And the Twins would acquire at least 2 top 100 prospects via MLB.com by the trade deadline. I think if you had made that like right around their 12-game, 13-game winning streak when it was murkier, you flirted with a couple home runs here. But so with that, all of us are still below 300. I'm at 295, Judd 278, listeners 276, Declan 267. So all 4 of us separated by just 28 points. Judd, listeners, Declan, all with 4 home runs. I have 3. Actually, I'm sorry. Listeners have 3 because I'm an idiot. So apologies. Declan, all-time career batting average lead at 341. Judd is the hit king at 375. Listeners with 73 career home runs. So there we go. There's the accountability session.
It's a lot.
Go Twins. Let's bring Pete in here. Pete jumping in. He's been on the Purple Daily. Write that down. He's making his debut on the OG edition here. Still supporting the Twins with that special edition hat. Let's
Trying.
go. Listen, we've hammered them, rightfully so, and I think all of that's fair. And also, there's some really fun young Luke Keaschall, like there's some fun young players to watch the rest of the season. So I'm kind of over my vitriol for now, and I'm ready to watch Luke Keaschall for 2 months.
I think it might be time.
I'm still getting there.
All right.
I think it might be time to actually, if you want to see the future, make the drive to St. Paul. CHS Field right now is the place.
I've never seen Gabriel Gonzalez play.
Had a
Aaron
couple hits last
Sabato.
night. Gabby did. It might be Gabby too, by the way.
Okay.
Apparently, it's
I'm not
Gabby.
sure we're on that short first name basis yet.
Yeah. I don't know where that. Just like with Louis Varlin, he went by Lewis. He wanted his grandparents to see Lewis, and now he's Louis.
No, I didn't. I didn't ever call him that. No way.
I call him Lou.
But the pitcher they got in the Varlin trade from Toronto, I believe, is starting for the Saints tomorrow night. Southpaw.
Okay.
So there's a lot of there's actually my intrigue right now, baseball wise, probably lies more at CHS Field than Target Field.
100%, I agree.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, Pete, you're a Twins fan, obviously. What? Give us your Minnesota sports background here.
All right, so I was born and raised in the St. Paul area. So I grew up watching Twins, Wild, and Vikings. Recently started watching the Wolves like 6 or 7 years ago. So I'm more new on the Wolves. I'm a 3rd-generation Golden Gopher. So parents went here, grandparents went here. So I grew up. Got him up. So I grew up as a Gophers hockey and football fan. I'm one of the very few young NASCAR fans too. So whole lot of rough playoff Minnesota sports.
Hey man, I grew up a huge NASCAR fan. Dale Earnhardt was always one of my favorite athletes. Period. And then he died. And so did my NASCAR fandom, actually. So, yeah. Who's your favorite NASCAR? Who do you sweat right now? Who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
So I grew up as a Matt Kenseth fan because my dad was in a fantasy league, and you get to keep a guy every year.
Wow.
My dad was a huge DeWalt guy, so Matt
Yeah.
Kenseth drove the DeWalt car, and now Chris Bell drives the DeWalt car, so I'm a Christopher Bell fan.
Okay.
Okay.
Love
Very
it, man.
nice.
Judd,
Very
did you
nice.
ever get into a NASCAR driver
No, I've never been a
at all?
NASCAR.
Ever? Okay.
I've never been a NASCAR guy, but the
Richard
name
Petty.
Matt Kenseth is Kenseth the guy from Wisconsin? Or is it-
Yes, he's also the
How about
reason
that?
that they have the stage system now.
Oh, okay. I just
'Cause
know
he
where
just
they're
go-
from. That's me.
Because I remember he won a season like 10 or 15 years ago where he never won a race.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So they had to change
get
the
the
entire
point.
Yep.
format because
Because he'd just
That's
sit in like
interesting.
the 10th to 15th.
That's brilliant,
And at
by
the
the
very end
way.
of the race, just get into the top 5.
Expose the system. That's a
Yep.
great. I love that.
I
Good for
want to
him.
know, do you just know where Matt Kenseth is from, or is this like an odd NASCAR?
No, I've read he's from Wisconsin. If you're from like Iowa or Wisconsin and I
Yeah,
read it, I tend to
yeah.
recall that.
Okay,
I mean,
thought
that's
you were
not
like a
special.
NASCAR whisperer here. Where's Dale Earnhardt from originally?
Oh,
What
he's gotta
state?
He's got to be from Tobacco Road. He's got to be from Carolina.
North Carolina.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
Oh,
What state is Jeff Gordon from?
That was my next one.
Virginia?
If he.
No,
Oh, that would have been
Okay.
so cool.
California. California.
Okay.
And I think he was that's part of the reason why back in the 90s,
Yeah.
the real blue collar NASCAR fans were anti Jeff Gordon because here's this California guy coming in,
He's a pretty boy. No
encroaching
question
on
about it.
our sport. And of course, he earned his respect by just winning every single year. But
Right.
Yeah.
Winning.
that's right. So, all right, we're going to make exclusively NASCAR predictions here for the rest of the show.
Ricky Bobby.
No,
All right.
Pete's going to start, then over to Judd, Dex, and I'll round it out. 3 trips around the room. Pete, we're ready when you're ready.
Write this down.
Originally I was going to end with this prediction, but since we're on it already, I am going to make a NASCAR prediction.
Let's go.
So my guy, Christopher Bell, will make the championship 4 race for NASCAR playoffs.
All right. How do you classify that? The championship.
Championship 4. So they have 10 total races. There's 3 for the round of 16, 3 for the round of 12, 3 for the round of 8, and then 1 in Phoenix for the championship.
Okay, so do all the other racers still race and only 4
Yep.
are? So
Yep.
what happens to those guys? Just stay out of the way while the other 4 fight for a championship, or
Usually,
I mean, they're
a
racing
lot of,
for money still, I guess. But
it's kind of like if you're on a team that's going to miss the playoffs at the end of the year, but you have an expiring contract, because a lot of these guys are still racing to be on teams next year, because
okay.
a lot of them have expiring contracts this year. So
I think
still
they
try and
should
race
they
well.
should just do like a
is
500 lap
fascinating.
race or a 500-mile race with only 4 cars on the track.
That would be nuts.
Have they done like has Netflix? I know there's Formula One, but has Netflix done something like quarterback or wide receiver on NASCAR at all? Because like I'm now interested.
so.
And in the last 6 minutes, I have been more interested about NASCAR than I have in the previous 32 years. I'm dead serious.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but they did the weird virtual simulation thing for COVID. I don't know if they did anything for that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd
Talk
watch.
about sound effects.
I'd watch. Yeah. Well, that's from the Jeremiah does an F1 minute on
okay.
O-line committee, where you get 60 seconds to talk about it, and then at the end of it, we ask him because we have no idea what you're talking about. So whatever you just said, what does it mean in NFL terms? It would be like if Andy Reid,
Yeah,
F1's huge now. It's incredible. It's everywhere.
I know. I have a lot of friends that watch F1.
it is. I mean, they're racing in
Too early.
Monaco.
Too early.
you know.
Not me. I'm out.
Write this down.
All right, Judd, what's your NASCAR prediction?
All right, my NASCAR prediction is this. Pablo Lopez and/or Joe Ryan will be traded this offseason by the Twins.
Wow,
There's,
that is literally my first
there is a
prediction verbatim.
chance. There is a chance. I know people don't want to hear this, or perhaps they don't care, but there's a chance this gets worse.
So, okay, what if a sale goes through? If a sale hasn't gone through yet, 100%.
Right. That's what
Just
I'm saying.
keep shedding the shed.
Yep.
What's Lopez at? 30,
23.
25, 30?
Like 23, 25.
Yep.
Okay. And Ryan is getting close to, at some point, you're going to have to extend him or get some value for him.
And guys want out. So, like, I don't think it would be hard.
But if a sale goes through, let's say in the next 2 months, and new ownership comes in here,
I think you're okay then.
Then it probably lessens the chances of that happening, right?
Correct.
Because can you imagine new ownership coming in and their first move?
No.
Everyone's all excited. Here we go. The Poleats are gone. People are all happy, and the new ownership comes in and says, "Yeah, we're gonna trade Pablo Lopez."
Who was the bozo that wrote about you can be careful what you wish for when the Poleats leave? Like when the first team went up for sale that I mocked.
I don't remember who wrote it, but I don't remember who it was, but I do remember the mocking.
The vitriol that took place, yes. That would be absurd if they did that. I would assume new owners would at least probably do something to get excitement back in.
Yeah.
But I don't think any player now, if you trade him, is going to mind. So, like, it's not like, especially Joe. I mean, I think Joe is probably like, okay, cool, trade me to a team that can win. So, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm buying what the sources are leaking about a sale being close. I think that might be just as much to try to keep fans hopeful. And, I mean, it's now clear that it's just a full-on we're going to take away so much payroll that the debt that we're going to ask you to assume is going to be more palatable. So I'm fearful here. I'm fearful until it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Write this down.
All right, write this down. Luke Keaschall will have the best batting average on the Twins throughout the month of August. I will quantify this with 50 at-bats. So, like, whoever has at least 50 at-bats or more, he'll have the best batting average on the Twins in the month of August.
Just in the month of August.
Just in the month of August. Yep.
What's he hitting on the season? I mean, he's only played like 9 games or something, right?
I think he's still hitting like almost 400.
400?
He's hitting 391.
Oh, boy.
391.
And he's barely played above Double-A, and he's 22 years old. Just
write this down.
Okay, I'm not joking. My first prediction was the Twins will trade either Pablo Lopez and or Joe Ryan this winter. So the rule is you can't copy someone's prediction on that episode. So I'll just shelve that for now. And I will say I had so much luck with Luke Keaschall hitting a home run in August. I'm going to say this. Another player who has not yet homered for the Twins this season will homer in August. So, like, the new left-handed hitting outfielder guy, I could see that happening.
Alan Rodin. He's hitting leadoff today. He's hitting leadoff today.
So he'll get 5 cracks at it today. I could see him. Austin Martin. I mean, he hits like 1 home run a year. So let's make it in
pop
August.
One out.
Yeah, or an inside the Parker or something. Could see that.
Write this down.
All right, back to Pete.
All right, now my next prediction will be the Vikings score 40 or more points at least once.
That's like a rarity the last 20 years.
I know. I was going to ask you guys if that's a home run, because since the start of the 2020 season, between regular season and postseason, they've only done it once, and that was last year against Atlanta.
I think it's a home run.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but not to mention it's likely that they're going to lean into defense running the football. I don't think they're in a place where they're going to really throttle it as much. I mean, with Darnold, at least you had an experienced quarterback who had a big time deep ball, and they leaned on that a lot, right? And even then, it wasn't like they were ripping off 40 burgers. So
off the record, I almost thought it was going to be before the Addison suspension. I was going to say it was going to be against Cincinnati, just because that defense is so bad.
It's cheeks, it's cheeks, as the kids say.
Write this down.
Their defense is cheeks. Judd.
All right. Edward Julian no longer will be with the Twins by opening day 2026.
Like
organizationally?
He'll be out of he'll be out of the organization. He will no longer be property of the Minnesota Twins LLC.
How do you think that happens?
I just think it's over. I mean, that stunt he pulled in Cleveland when he watched the ball hit off the fence, he gets a double. He should have been standing on third. I believe they're down by 1 run. And then post game, he's like, I've done that before. I can't do that. It's like, no, you're an idiot. Like, you literally are an idiot. Why would you? I mean, you're Edward Julian. Like if I'm not condoning it, but like if Aaron Sabato comes up and hits a mammoth fly ball or what he thinks, right? And he watches, it's like, well, that's really stupid, but you do hit a lot of home runs. And Julian hit some, but he's admiring them now.
Yeah. But like no one should ever.
No one should
I don't
do
care
it.
if you're Aaron Sabato.
I agree.
Run.
I agree. I'm just saying it's idiotic. It is. He's just. I feel like he is exhausted his chances here through different means, and that's another one. And if like you literally, God has given you the gift of your teammates all being basically sent elsewhere, right? And so now, by a miracle of God, you are up in the big leagues again, Eddie, and you're going to get your chance, and you're going to style what you think is a home run down by you're an idiot. You're gone. It's idiotic.
I love it. Just Judd, just
Write this
vitriolic Judd, just piling
Well, and then he's
on.
like on second base, hitting his helmet, like, "What have I done?" It's like, you know what you did.
You know what you've done, Ed. All right, Dex, what's your next prediction?
All right, write this down. I don't have any insight on this. I'm just assuming. Okay, so the Twins are back home this weekend. There is an open corner locker spot with Carlos Correa gone in the Twins locker room. There's 4 corner locker spots occupied by Pablo Lopez, Christian Vazquez, and Byron Buxton. So now there's an opening. I'm gonna predict Ryan Jeffers will get that corner locker spot.
Both catchers get the.
I gear-wise, this makes sense, and I also think he might be the longest tenured player on him and Joe Ryan, who has the most service time between those two.
I think it's Jeffers now. I'm pretty sure.
I think.
Jeffers.
Let me find that real quick.
Because he came up the first time
In
he came up
2020.
was during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember he was a nice young chap.
A nice young chap.
He still is a nice young chap.
Okay, yeah, they do have this on Baseball
But
Reference.
he's
So
nice. He's a nice guy. Great guy.
Oh, interesting. Wait. Erasmo Ramirez, actually. So they have a couple random relievers.
Yeah, he won't get the corner locker.
So,
that's-
like,
that's
Erasmo-
good.
Yeah, but what's
he's
the
got
service
9
time with
years
the
of service
Twins? But like, what's the service time as a
Yeah, 'cause-
twin? I think Jeffers.
It's even
leads.
Pablo, I think, and Buck or
It
Pablo
is-
has.
It is Ryan Jeffers. So it would, if you take away Erasmo Ramirez and Jose Urena,
Yeah.
it goes Vazquez. This is major league service time.
Okay.
Vazquez, Buxton, Pablo, and then Ryan Jeffers ahead of Michael Tonkin. I want Michael Tonkin to get that locker.
Give it
The
to Joe
Tonk
Ryan.
man.
Give it to Joe Ryan. Give Joe Ryan, and right now, start kissing his butt and saying, "We're sorry. We want you here."
Well, I mean, if they trade Pablo and Vazquez obviously is walking out the door, there's going to be 3 new potential corner lockers next season.
Okay, so then you'd have to go down and give one to Justin Topa and Trevor Larnach.
Yeah.
There's a case to be made that those, if this continues on this track on the home opener 2026, a couple
Cody
of those
Clemens.
should not be occupied.
Oh, just leave them empty.
Just leave.
That's also that's possible.
I love
They might
that.
be
Just-
empty.
Just
Hey.
make them the lost and found.
No one has earned it. We only have 2 guys that we feel live
Have earned
up
it,
to the
yes.
standard of Minnesota Twins championship caliber baseball.
Yep.
These other 2 will remain open until someone else steps up.
Yep.
Send a message.
They retired the
this.
Spartan helmet, the home run helmet.
Yeah.
The Spartan thing. They're gonna let it come to them organically, whatever they want that to be. They don't know
Bring
yet.
back the rally sausage. That's what I say. Let's bring it back.
Paul Deli was so disgusted by. I've never seen a baseball person so disgusted by anything as he was by the rally sausage.
So I have a prediction that was sent in
Write this down.
from a listener. It's a Declan prediction, and it's David McNeil sends this in, and he essentially says, "Here's a freebie for you, Phil, if you want it." So he says, David is gifting me this, and I think I can make this with Declan leaving his headphones on, but just to be safe,
me take
I'll
them
have
off?
him take the headphones off.
Okay, let me hold on. Let me turn this guy. There we go.
And then I had to log this myself here. Okay. I think he's off. Okay. He's off.
Yeah, he's off.
Okay.
Good. You're good.
Okay, write this down. So on the next time Dex is giving out the clues for random Viking of the week on Purple Daily, he will accidentally say random twin at least one time. It's like
Yeah, he
probably a
did it last
50-50 shot.
I like that prediction.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, he did that
So,
last time.
David, thank you for gifting me this prediction.
Yeah. Thanks,
We'll see
David.
what happens next time.
I guess you couldn't get through to me.
He might have emailed you, but I'm not sure how often the sports dad logs into his Outlook. You can come back, Dex. Come
I
on.
look at my Outlook all the time. I'm always in my Outlook.
You are active on our Teams thread. We've gotten.
Yeah, I'm active on the teams. I'm not that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know how to operate stuff, but I can participate.
It's great. It's kind of great. Like Judd is now, if you have like a recording time change with Judd's hockey show or something, or Chip Purple Access, you are now trained to jump into our Teams thread and let the group know for scheduling purposes.
Yeah, for scheduling. Yeah, as long as there's not personal stuff there, I think it's great.
Yep. Declan, this prediction cannot come off the board during this episode, so you're safe the rest of the episode. Yeah. Okay. And you're probably wondering, why are we talking about like Outlook and Teams? It has literally nothing to do with my prediction. I don't even remember how we.
I didn't get the prediction from the person.
That's what it was. The prediction
mad.
could have come in, like, in theory, this person could have emailed either one of me or Judd.
And
they chose me, and then we got into like, Judd, does he check his email?
I lashed out. I've had a rough week. Like, I've given advice on parental stuff, baby stuff. I've done a lot this week. I'm already on the football stuff. Like, you think about my week, it's more than one man should bear.
It's a lot of mental bandwidth being exhausted. Yeah. Pete, what's your third and final prediction?
All right. So originally I had a Twins prediction, but I'm frustrated enough with them to where I'm going to pivot. I'm going to say the Golden Gophers football team will win exactly 9 combined games between regular season and the bowl game.
Wow.
So 8-4 in a bowl win, or 9-3 and lose the bowl game.
Okay.
Boy, Pete kind of my last one is, it's not quite the same, but it is a Gophers one. That would be 9 wins, always a good season. I know there's going to be people that expect more than that, but this is like an 8 or a 9 win program that once in a while pop up to 10 or 11 and RTB.
My only question now is, and because of Coy Parrish and stuff, I'm pretty bullish on this Gophers team. My only question now, and I'm not being a smartass here, after watching Brosmer in practice, is Lindsey going to be like near that? Because I have a greater appreciation for Max now. He had a good year, but now I'm more impressed. Like he's really impressive. And so I do have a question about him being gone, what Lindsey's potential is, but to replace him, because Brosmer now has left a bigger impression on me having seen him in an NFL training camp.
You'll be happy to know that Brosmer spent his off day from Vikings camp yesterday at Gopher football training camp. So he was there standing next to PJ Fleck with his arms folded next to the coach.
He's a coach.
Helping guys out.
He's going to be a coach.
In 15 years, after he becomes the third greatest undrafted quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Yep.
Kurt Warner, Tony Romo, Max Brosmer.
He replaces Brock Purdy in San Francisco and wins a Super Bowl. Don't write that down.
Oh, man, on a cheap contract.
But whatever you do not write that down.
Pete, great work. Awesome stuff. Since you got this platform here, is there anyone you want to shout out that helped you get here today?
I want to thank you guys for having me on, especially Declan for getting me rescheduled. Thank my parents for, bringing me up as a Minnesota sports fan. And I'd like to thank my friend Dan, who's a Jets fan, for reminding me that it still could be worse.
Oh, God, by a lot.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a Jets fan and a friend who's a White Sox fan.
Oof,
so it could still be worse.
Wow. I feel like the Twins in the last 2 weeks or so, or week, have given you a little bit of a taste of probably what being a Jets fan is like on a full-time basis, because it's just like chaos. Like the Vikings have had problems, but they've not been chaotic now in quite a while.
But I feel like the Jets, even internally, like kind of acknowledge, we're the Jets. Yeah. It feels like the Twins throughout the years.
Maybe.
Have been in denial that they are like the Twins. We went over the numbers yesterday. Over a 30-year period, worst playoff win percentage.
Yeah.
Third fewest playoff wins. Fourth worst winning percentage in the American League since the early 90s. But they kind of, I don't know if they are as self-aware as maybe the Jets and the Browns. Anyways, topic for another day. Pete, great stuff, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thanks
Good
for
luck
having
with
me.
your predictions, man.
Thank you.
All right. By the way, listen, like I said earlier, there's some fun young players to watch. And I see some stuff going around that they're trying to make this viral on social. Someone is that Byron Buxton deserves a standing ovation the next time he steps in the box at Target Field for being awesome and for wanting to be a Twin. So Twins tickets are available, Dex. Where can people get them?
Twins.com. Go to twins.com. You can learn more about the My Twins membership. In fact, I might have received an email saying you can even get in on season tickets for next year at a discounted rate. Get a little discount there to go watch those future studs. Yep. Twins.com/tickets to learn more.
Also, Green Mill Pizza powering these predictions here. So from our friends at Pep's Pizza, who also make legit pizza, which we've talked about, well, kind of right next to that in the same frozen section, you can find the iconic Green Mill Restaurant tavern-style pizza. The Mackeys brought home an Il Primo the other day, and it didn't last long. It was great. So if you've ever dined at an iconic Green Mill restaurant, you already know about the legendary flavor of Green Mill Pizza and Foods. They also have soft breadsticks and sauces also at your local grocer. You can find out more at greenmillfoods.com. You can take that to the bank, as they say. The North American Banking Company, a Minnesota-based bank since 1998 with 6 locations, Maple Grove, Roseville, Shoreview, Hastings, Woodbury, 50th in France. You just get that local connected feel as opposed to the sort of disconnected, almost like inhuman experience you get from some of the big national banking companies, while also getting the cutting edge online tools, the safety and security of your accounts. Whether you're looking for a better checking and savings experience, or if you're planning something bigger like buying a home, tackling a renovation, or starting a business, go to nabankco.com/Mackey to learn more. That's nabankco.com/Mackey. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Write this down.
All right, Judd, what's your last prediction?
All right, my last prediction is a yearly prediction. Eventually it's going to come true, and quite frankly, it should come true very, very soon. Write this down. Aaron Boone will be fired as the Yankees manager either before or after this season. They have completely fallen apart. The parts that they traded for, I mean, they're a mess. Broken. Devin Williams has, I saw a stat this morning. I think he's given up as many earned runs this season as he's given up in the past 3 years combined.
That is
with
correct.
The Brewers, they got that, was it Jake Bird from the Rockies?
Wasn't like a bunch of the players that they traded for all screwed up in one night the other night too?
Yes. In fact,
the relievers,
the 3 relievers and the infielder, I believe, that they got all screwed up. The relievers were like from the Rockies, Bednar, right, from the Pirates. And there was a third guy from another team that's not that good. Shockingly, they get to the Yankees and they're not good. Why are they not good? Because they're playing for crappy teams before. Aaron Boone's going to pay the price. Undisciplined, dumb team.
Dex, your final prediction.
All right, I have a prediction on behalf of my wife that I will make here. This she watched our video of the birthing class and the first-time parents. She's very curious on what Judd would do to make it a little better.
Oh, I'd speed it up.
Yeah.
I said that already.
Mm-hmm. So write this down. So our baby is due September 13th, which is a Saturday. That's the due date. And by the way, which we learned at the parenting class, only, was it 10%? It might have been smaller. I think it was like 5% of babies are only born on their due date. So very, very small percentage. But write this down. If he is born early, so before September 13th, if he were to be born before September 13th, he will be born during week 1 of Monday Night Football. During the game. He must enter this world during the game.
So wait, if he's born after, does this prediction just negates? It just doesn't Correct. It doesn't count? Okay.
Correct. And we could be in the hospital for a day at that point, or hours at that point. But
so baby has to it's like like when you watch the Kentucky Derby and it's like when the horse's snout crosses the finish line. Yep. It's the horse's, so it's like for lack of a better way to put this.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
baby, it's 11:58, and first part of baby is breathing the hospital room air. Does the whole baby, is it like hockey where like the whole puck has to cross the goal line, or is like if we see a baby head
or the football with the goal
baby
line,
has to be out. The baby has to be here.
Everything.
Full baby. Baby is out.
Okay.
Yes.
And
yes. I did not
it
think
has
we'd
to be During the game, you said?
During the game.
Okay.
During the game.
That is a so if the baby is born so if the game ends at 11:30 and the baby is born at 11:50, it's an incorrect prediction.
That is correct.
If baby head comes out,
I don't know.
3, 2, 1, game over, but feet are still in, doesn't count.
Okay. I don't even
Makes
know how
sense?
long it takes. Like,
Write it down. You like writing
how long
things
does a
down?
birth take even?
It can take
It could take
days.
a long time. Or
Well,
Long
no,
time,
but I'm
hours.
saying, I'm sorry. Technically, how long does it take for the baby? So, like, once the baby starts to come out, like, how long does that take? Not the labor.
Well,
part.
yeah, I think
know
that
can
process,
take.
like,
yeah,
once
that
the-
process
yeah,
is
yeah.
pretty quick, right? So, like,
once
that-
you break the plane, I think at that
right,
point.
yeah.
right. So
You
it's
know.
not like you spend a half hour with your head out. You're like, this is great. Where's the rest of me?
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily know the exact minutes or hours that part
Well,
takes.
you spent
but-
7 hours in the class. You should be able to tell me. You
Yeah.
should be able to deliver.
So
a
you're
kid by
telling
now.
me once I know this baby is X amount of centimeters dilated, I should be able to tell you how quickly it'll
Dude,
happen?
you spent 7 hours. If I spend 7 hours in a class, I expect to be able to know how to build a car. 7 hours. 7 hours in a society that has no attention span.
Write this down.
You know, I just
should be a
want
doctor.
I just want the Gophers over 6.5 for my last prediction. I don't need to explain it. I just Gophers over 6.5.
No, is that
Now, yeah, hold on. If it's if they're in overtime,
Yeah.
and
I just want the
and
Gophers over 6.5.
what if a game's played under protest or something, and they have to go back and change it? Would this
Yeah,
would
I
this
don't
be
know.
a
so? Why
problem?
is she? I just got one more quick question. Why is she so confident? Like that's a gutsy prediction.
Just because she knows that it's probably going to happen during a Vikings game.
Okay.
and it'll cause chaos. It'll cause
chaos.
Can you
content
set
chaos.
up in the room?
Like vent line?
Yeah, like you can have it turned towards the
What's
wall.
the
We-
Wi-Fi like at the
Yeah.
hospital? Is it
It's
like-
got to be good.
It's probably pretty decent. In a perfect world, I'd like for this baby to be. I like Monday Night Football to happen with him not here, and then we are going to the hospital on Wednesday or Thursday, and then if all things go well, we're back at home for Sunday Night Football for week 2. That's just my plan.
I mean, not to tell you what to do, but I will say this: lots of players have the kid have their wife induced so that they can
Okay.
not give birth on game day. That's all I know.
We have to go. This has been Mackey and Judd, the
Wild
OG edition.
I'm not
of
suggesting
Write
that for you,
Down.
Declan. I'm just saying that's what players do.